Okay, so we have already seen list and tuple. Today we'll talk about dictionary. Okay, now dictionary is again a data structure, right, which can store multiple values. It has a different format of storing data. Okay, your list and tuple is, we call them as ordered collection. Okay, so there are a couple of words here, like list, we say linear, ordered, mutable collection. Collection means, of course, it can have multiple values, right? So if you look at your tuple, tuple becomes linear, okay, ordered, immutable collection. Okay, your dictionary becomes non-linear. Okay, non-linear, or unordered here, mutable collection. Now, of course, it is mutable. We'll see that unordered because there is no order in it. See, in list and tuple, we could access using 0, right? 1, right? Now, again, dictionary, if you consider the dimension, it is still one dimension. Okay, so that way you can call it as linear collection also. Okay, but here you don't have just one single values. You have two set of values that we need to give. So list and tuple, you give one value, right? So automatically position is added. So first value you enter into list, position will be 0. Second value you add, position will be 1. Automatically position is given, right? Just in queue, right? If you're first person, you're number 1 in the queue. Second person, you are number 2 in the queue, right? Same thing goes with list. But dictionary has, we have to give the position also. We call it as key. Okay, so your dictionary is made up of key and value. That's why it's called unordered and non-linear. Okay, um, okay. Here there is no particular order. Okay, now key and value can be anything. Okay, any basic data type, or even the list can also be a list, right? One thing I have to remember is key has to be unique. You cannot have a duplicate key, right? You cannot have two different values having same key. Right? Of course, key can have uh, common values as well, right? For example, if you take roll number as key, okay, or ID as key, okay, or the columns as key, like name, runs, etc. You can't have runs and runs same, right? Or name and name, correct? But you can have two people with same name, right? So how do we define, okay, dictionary equal to, we use curly bracket. So we have seen square bracket used for list, normal bracket, right, used for tuple, and curly bracket is used for dictionary. So this is your empty dictionary, right? So you can say print type of DICT1. Okay, of course, when you run it, you get class dictionary, right? So this is how dictionary is represented, class DICT. Okay, now of course you can add a value to it. So I can say DICT1 equal to, okay, okay, let's say, so how do we add? We have to give key and a value, isn't it? So key will be name, colon, value is Sachin. Now name and Sachin both are numeric. Sorry, is it numeric? No, it's a string, isn't it? So both are string. So that's why we have to give in the quotation part, right? So both needs to be given in quotation. Very much like it's a string only, right? The string, two string together is forming one dictionary here, right? You can have, okay, so it is key colon value. How do we add the second value? By giving comma, right? We add second value by giving comma.
Okay.
Okay. Now again, there is a saying, okay, that okay, dictionary is actually ordered collection. Okay, so I missed this point. Okay, uh, it was unordered until 3.7. Okay, so when I did it, it was unordered. Now, okay, I just remembered. Okay, it's ordered. Okay, so like say if you have to remove an element, let's say if you're doing a pop, we'll do pop. By default, it could remove any of the element. Okay, but in the newer version, they made it ordered. Okay, so that means you don't see the order. You cannot say that, oh, give me the first element. Still, you can't do that. But internally, Python maintains that order. First come, like, what you added first and what you added last. It maintains that order. Okay, but yes, it was unordered earlier, but now it is ordered. So name, I can add city. City is string. Okay, let's say I call it as Mumbai. Right now, let's say we add runs. Now, runs is a string, so run has to be in quotation, and value is let's say 12,900. Okay, you can have one more is playing. Right, it can be false. Right, so now these are your keys. Right, these are like the position index. These are like your index. Okay, so now when I do print dict1, okay, you can see the entire output here, right, as we gave it. Okay, now if you want to get a specific value out of it, right, so just like there we say list of 0, list of 1, correct? If you want first element, second element, here you cannot say list of okay, 0. Okay, it's called key error because there is no key called 0 here, right? So we have to give, let's say, city. You want to know the city, so you have to give city here. Now, since it is a string, the uh, the spelling and the case also should match, right? We have C capital, so it has to match, right? So now, if I just give city, I got Mumbai here. So this is how we can access each element from the dictionary. Now, how do we add a new value to it? Okay. Now, this is little different than list and tuple because we added in list, we added individual values, which became a list. When we add it, became a list. All right. But here, here we cannot simply add the value. Okay. Because um, because if you need key and value, right? I cannot simply add a value, right? I need key and value, correct? But if I'm giving key and value anyway, right? If I'm giving key and value anyway, so what does that become?
Dictionary.
Correct. So only dictionary can be added to dictionary. So let's say I want to add one more set of values to this. So I'll say T dictionary, temp dictionary something equal to let's say country colon, let's say India. So now when I do dict1 dot, okay, you see these are different options, clear, copy. So clear, right? It will delete all the elements from the dictionary. Copy, same thing as list, right? It will create a, okay, uh, duplicate copy, okay, from keys, okay. So if you do not want all the keys, you can define which key to take the item from. Get items keys will see that. Pop is to remove. Pop will remove, okay, in ordered, unordered, it could remove anything. Here it will remove the last element by default. Okay, we'll see that. Set default update. Okay. So when I say update, we are updating two dictionaries together. So I say update, and then you say T dictionary. Now when you print this, so I'll say dictionary after update. Okay, and I'll say comma DICT1. Okay, so you see this country is added at the end here. So this is how you can add two dictionaries. And see here, I created a temporary dictionary, right? Now this can have multiple values also, right? Need not have just one value. Now let's say if you are inputting value from the user, okay? Let's say you're asking the user val, and of course, um, I'll probably add like this, okay? But you can do it using input also, right? And let's say key, I say, okay? So key and value both you are getting from user. So before you can add this to dictionary one, you have to create a temporary dictionary, right? So I'll say here key colon val. That's it. So you get same result, right? So this is how you can create a interactive dictionary and add the value, right? Of course, if you want to know the size of dictionary, how do you do? Len, right? So you can use len here as well. Because len is a global function, not specific to any class, right? Just like input and print. So there are 5 elements in it, isn't it? Name, city, runs, is playing, and country. There are 5 elements. So you get 5. So this is how you can add to a dictionary. This is how you can access elements from each dictionary using that index. See, index, I told you, square bracket is used whether it is string or list or tuple or dictionary. Right? In future, we'll do few more stuff. There also, you'll see square bracket is the way to get the values. Okay. Okay. So now there were some more functions, right? So let's see what those functions are. Okay. So let's say I want um, okay. So we did this index thing, right? Okay, where print city, correct? You can also do, okay, this is same as doing print dict one dot, okay, one dot, okay, get. There's one dot get, and you add here city. So get is a function. That's why we are not giving in a square bracket. Okay, and get city. So you can directly say square bracket like accessing any other element, or you can use get in a function of dictionary class. Okay. Well, sorry. So again, this does not return like this. So you have to pass this to a variable before you get this. So I'm going to say v1 value 1, and then I'm going to say v1 here. Oh, why, why? See, I gave small. Right? It should have worked inside also. Okay, it should work inside also. I thought there's a problem with the return. No, it is not problem with the return. It is problem that I gave wrong value here, right? So you can use get only here. Okay, so you can use get function. There were few other functions, right? These are keys and values, right? Now, if you want to print only keys, okay, keys. I'll just want to print only keys. I don't want values. Okay, so keys, and here I'm going to say dictionary one, okay, dot keys. Okay, and you run it. So see, you get keys. So it is a form of list, isn't it? Your keys. You can see all the 5 keys here, correct? You can put a for loop on this. So this is like a dictionary. So you, like, you know, as a list, you can form a dictionary here, for loop here, for I in, you know, dictionary one dot keys. Okay. Now you can print keys. Okay. So if I do one, I'll get all the keys here, right? Now, if I want to display values, what should I do?
Instead of keys, we use value.
Yes, you can do that as well, but I don't want to change the for loop. What you said is right. Okay, here you can do values. So we do have values here. So it will give you values. Okay, right? You get values. Or, okay, so um, we have just discussed the square bracket thing, right? So DICT1 square bracket I, right? Because I is the key, right? Dictionary one of key will give you value, right? Or you can say dictionary one dot get. So you can use um, mm, uh, for loop on keys or even on values. Okay, right?
Can you explain this line 24 and 25 again?
24 you know, right?
Yeah, that one I know. That
Correct.
25, that print function.
Yes. So tell me what is that? You try to explain me whatever you understand. You tell me what do you see?
So it should give the first value in that list, right? Direct dictionary one. It should give all the keys, right?
Where is one here?
No, what
How do
I'm
you get
saying is
one? Yes.
it should give all the keys, right?
Yes.
So when we print I, it should give all the keys. But what is this?
I is keys, right? And this is what this is dictionary. Okay. Is it not something like this? Dictionary one, first name, dictionary one of name, dictionary one of city, dictionary one of runs, dictionary one of is playing. This is what I did, right? Dictionary one, square
Oh,
bracket, keys.
okay. Yeah, I understood now. So you are accessing the values with that, right?
Right.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So yes, this is how you can run the loop. Now, there's one more call, something called as items. Okay. So for I in items, what items? Dictionary one items. Okay. Dictionary one items, print I. Okay. Now when you run it, So items will give you, okay, key comma value, key comma value, key comma
It's
value.
like enumerate function. Okay.
Enumerate function, exactly. Enumerate, by default, it would take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But here,
Mhm.
since you have given the key, it is taking the keys here. Okay. You can read it like I comma j, right? If you want to read it separately, okay, you can read it I comma j. So I will get the key and j will get the value. Right? Now, if I print I will only get to see the key here,
Yes.
isn't it? Yes. Okay. There's something called exist. Okay. Now, see, since keys, values, and items, these are all like list, right? You can use all the properties of list here. Okay. So you can do something like okay, if city in DICT1 print we have city. Okay. So see, when I say city in DICT1, okay, it read. Okay. Or let's say, now I do same thing here for Mumbai. Okay. Okay. I'll put else here. So Mumbai is not there, right? Because by default, it checks in
Please don't check it.
keys, correct? Now I want to check in the values. What should I give?
The
Give
dot
what? Exactly. Dot values. Because this is a list, isn't it?
yeah.
So we have city. Okay. So you get we have city, Mumbai. Okay. Um, so we have seen how to add. We haven't seen how to remove values, right? Pop and pop item. Those are the two functions. So let's print dictionary first. Okay. Dictionary 1 equal to DICT1. And then I'm going to copy paste this thing. And between this, let's have pop. Okay. So pop takes key, okay, which is not mandatory. So it can take key. Okay. So if I don't run, sorry, if you, okay, it is expecting key, sorry. So here I have to give the key, right? Which key you want to remove? City, right? So pop takes key here as input. So I need to remove key, right? So then you see city is gone, right? Now I want to remove Sachin itself. So I'll say pop item. Okay. Item. And here you see it, you can give multiple values, tuple, string, right? So I want to remove Sachin. Okay. It says pop item takes no argument. Okay. So you delete it. Okay. Now what happens here? By default, the last one that we added got deleted. Okay. So typically, okay, pop item can remove any element. Okay. But from 3.7, it would delete only the last element from here. Right? Now I want to delete Sachin. Then what should I do? I want to delete only Sachin.
Dictionary one dot value dot pop. Oh, we cannot do that, right?
Pop is key only, right?
Yeah.
Hmm? So how do we get? So we have to use pop, right? But pop, inside this, we have to have something which will give us the key.
So just 1 minute. So you are asking to delete that name and such in both, right? Or only
Obvious,
such?
how can both will get deleted? You tell me. Okay. You can change the value of name to something else. Correct? But you can't delete. Delete means what? Both should go, right? Delete means key should not be there. See, I can say, I can change the value. DICT1 dot, not dot, DICT1, okay, name equal to blank. This is not called deleting. You're changing the value to something else, isn't it? We have something called as index. Okay. So pop item will delete anything. Now, where is that? Okay, pop, right? So I don't know the city name, or I don't know the name. I know the value Sachin. So I'll say DICT1 dot index. Index is not coming. Okay. Sachin. So when I say dot index, index will give me the okay, does not have index. Okay. Okay. This one does not have index. Which one does not have index? Dictionary doesn't have index. Index is there in your list. Okay, index is in list. Index of tuple and the list has index. Dictionary doesn't have index. Okay, so if you say index of Sachin, you will not get. So now how do I do?
I don't know.
So let's try this. So dictionary one dot values. This will give us all the values, right? And if I say dot index, this should give me the index of Sachin. No, this also does not give me. Okay, so let's do step by step. Okay, so I'm going to say, okay, it is because this is not like a list. Okay, so if you do type here, print type of this one, okay, if you do, okay, it is a dictionary values, class dictionary values, not a list. Index is in list, so we have to convert this into a list. So how to convert this into a list? You have to say list of. I can do it in 3 different steps, okay, but I'm doing it in multiple steps. Okay. So index of Sachin, okay, is coming. So did you understand the steps, each step? So forget
No.
about pop for now. Dictionary one dot values will give what? List of values. And list of
So just
values.
one minute.
Sorry.
Sorry for the interruption.
Uh-huh.
So you want to take the value, sorry, you want to take the Sachin only from dictionary one. You want to keep the name, right?
I want to delete that. That's why I use pop, right?
So you want to delete entire name and Sachin, or you want to delete only Sachin?
What is the entire name, Sachin?
That key and value I'm talking
See,
about. You want
it's always key value pair. Can I tell only your left hand to go away and right hand to be here?
So if you want to delete Sachin, we can just use
I don't know the name, no.
okay.
I don't have the index. See, if I know city, I can do it here. But
Mm,
I know that there's a value called Sachin, but I don't know
mm,
the index of Sachin. Okay,
okay.
or key of Sachin, rather, not index. Index is used in ordered collection, which is your list and tuple. So I
Okay.
don't know the
Okay.
key of
I understood.
Sachin.
Yeah.
So I need to get the equivalent key. If I get the equivalent key, then I'll
Then
be
you
able
can
to
get it. Yeah.
correct. So now you see. So what I did first, I
Mm,
converted dictionary values. Okay. So you
mm,
get list of values, but that is not a list. That is actually a dictionary values. So to convert
mm,
into list, I converted this into list of. So
mm,
this is a list. A list of index Sachin is in first position in the values. So you get 0. So it actually is 0. So entire thing will give you 0 here. Correct? This entire thing will give you 0. Take a second to understand this.
mm,
This entire thing is 0. Now when I say pop of 0, we know that, right? Pop works on the key, not on the index. It doesn't know what 0 is. So it's saying that key error 0. There is no key called 0.
mm,
So now key is in which one? Key is in dictionary.keys.
mm,
Okay. So for a second, let's move here. Dictionary one dot keys. Okay. And if you convert this into list of, will be the list. Okay. Now if I do 0 here,
mm.
let me comment this because this is going to give error. Will it give me the value Sachin here, or 0 is name here, right? So this is how I need to get the key. Okay.
So this
Dictionary,
one we have to pop now, right?
correct. So this entire thing is giving 0, right? So I'm going
Mm,
to do Control X and Control V. And then this entire thing here, I don't need print. Control X and Control V here. Did you get it? Now when I run, this should work now. See, name is gone. So this is how you can get the
mm.
key if a given value is given. Okay. So we are done with dictionary now. Any questions before we wrap up?
Okay. I will go through the session again.